Okay.
It was believed
Why
that...
is a monkey scratching? Sorry, me, I need to ask this. Hola, Muthoni here.
Hello, I still have a beard. And you'll find out in December why.
It feels like you are telling people about, it's like this, just wait. And then it's probably going to be like, no, I shaved. That's it. That's what was going to happen.
It's a strange look. It's a strange look, I know, but yeah, there's a reason behind it. It's not the whole Movember thing. But kudos to everyone who's doing that. Do you? This is just totally different reasons.
Okay. So it's Friday, and you know what that means? We are here to speak about stuff. Imagine I didn't put my phone on silent.
After the whole time I'm talking about always having your phone on silent. It's a shame.
I think what I did is I switched off Nini mobile data, and I thought I'd put it on silent. Now it's on silent.
At least it happened early enough.
Yes. So it's Friday, and when it's Friday, it means we are here to have a conversation about something. And today's conversation is something that I thought of because of stuff that happens a lot online, and it's how, when are people allowed to grow? Okay, so I'll give context so that people understand why it's phrased that way and exactly what the idea behind having this conversation was and what type of growth we're talking about. Because of course everyone grows, right? Like, we're humans, that's what we do, we grow.
We're supposed to grow.
Exactly. So this is more like from a psychological perspective, right? How, when are you no longer judged by your past mistakes? At what point are you no longer judged by your past mistakes? That's an interesting way to phrase it, right? Okay, so the way we came about this, there's even a tweet I'd done about this a couple of months ago. It's something I've been thinking a lot about, especially with the political atmosphere in the country, where when you go online, you see all these people who post side-by-side shots of someone who, you saw this a lot around October 26th, where people were talking about, people were taking screenshots of tweets that people had done during the election thingy that was happening, where they were saying, let's give Uhuru a birthday gift.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those?
Yes, there were those.
Yeah, so now you see that, and then you see now someone who's taken a screenshot of more recent times where this person is talking about how fucked up this government is, how they are messing things up,
which must have taken a lot of time to find those old tweets.
Yeah, because that someone's literally dedicating a lot of time to comb through something that someone posted. Was that 2013? No, the other one. 2015. Right? It was 2015. I don't
the other
even
elections,
know.
2013.
Yeah.
2013.
Those are the last elections we had?
Yes, 2013, then 2017.
Okay, cool. Even 2017 is a long time ago, given how often people tweet.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, people are talking about, so now you see someone, okay, who's oh, this government, I can't believe I voted for this person. The next time I'm going to be wise about my vote and all that kind of stuff. And then the person who takes the screenshots and shares them, they're not doing it as a joke. They're doing it it's kicking a man when he's down. So this person has realized what I did was messed up, right? When they were doing it, they didn't think it was a messed up thing. For them, they were no, this is my best option, so I'll vote for this person. But now, years down the line, after this experience, they're he was probably not the best. But then, there was food.
I thought it was fur.
The white thing, it's food. And it just chewed it. Okay.
I hope it tasted good.
It tasted just like the food. That's how I know it's the food they just ate.
Right.
So, anyway, point is this person allowed to do that? Okay, I don't know. Like, of course he's allowed because he posted, but like, why is it that people now just come and attack you and they'll call you names and?
Because I want to tell you, it's like an I told you so, an indirect way of telling you I told you so.
But the same person could have come and said, I'm so glad I didn't vote for this person. Because again, at the end of the day, your vote is very private. You're the only one who knows who you voted for. Even those guys don't know who you voted for because you're not. It's not an exam. I don't know. I don't vote. I didn't vote. I don't vote. You don't write your name up there and say this date, Muthoni Gitau voted for this person as president and this person as, as in, it's a very private thing. So even someone admitting to such a thing, it's like someone saying, I've noticed something, and in noticing that, I have made a certain decision, which in this case, it's a good decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my issue comes in when now people start attacking this person, because even the person who takes the screenshots to share, what they're trying to do is to shame you, right? So now you're being shamed for changing your mind. And I'm like, isn't that what being a human being is all about?
That's what it's supposed to be about. But there are people who just don't, maybe they do it consciously, maybe they don't, but they want to stick to one thing, and that's how they live their lives. Maybe some of them complain about it behind closed doors, but they can't admit it out in public because they don't want to look like people who, because they'll say that thing, kwani huna msimamo, why are you always here and then next week you're there? It's kind of like the reason why people call Kalonzo.
No, but it's because with him, okay, so here's the thing, and I don't know, just like hear me out. What's wrong with choosing something different every time? Because every time you're a different person, every new experience changes you. So why are you being judged? Because maybe, say when I'm going home, right? One day, okay, this has happened before. You're passing through Odeon and you're groped, right? Then you decide, me from here, I'm not going to be using this route. Because that experience has changed you and you're like, I'll be using a different barabaranjia to get to wherever the hell I'm going, right? So if someone is like, okay, given the information I've been given today, I have changed. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, sorry. Given the information I've been given today, or something that I've read today, or we sat down in a meeting and this happened, I have decided that this and this is what I'm going to say now, or this and this is what I'm going to do now. What's wrong with that? Do you think there's a problem with that?
I don't think there's a problem with that. No, there is a problem with that when it steers towards a negative thing. Like, if you change your mind from, I think humans are cool, to I want to kill every single one of them, and I will work at doing that. Like, it's only wrong because you will end up killing people.
No, it's only wrong if you act on it. Because like sometimes we walk the streets and we're like, oh my God, if I had a gun, I would shoot everyone here. Because of certain things that happen. You don't act on it. It's just a thought. And that thought is pushed forth by something that happens. Like everything, most of the things we think and react to are caused by certain experiences. So me, I'm like, if you don't act on something, then you're fine. Like, it's okay to have those thoughts because that's what we are. We are human beings and our emotions change all the time.
I saw a very cool thing on Facebook that was...
Yeah, you're back on Facebook.
That was about that. Because now that I'm back on Facebook, yay, can't wait to join meme clubs. It was about people... What did she say? In my opinion, all thoughts need to be questioned thoroughly and revisited with new information, especially when they are stemmed in things like religion, tradition, societal norms, etc. The first part of it was how it makes me uncomfortable and I post things in the hope that we can... Well, the point behind it was, the things you need to unlearn to be a halfway decent human being. like I think the idea of it, and someone else had also tweeted something to the effect of, as you grow, you have to unlearn a lot of things. And if you are, when you're unlearning things, it means that obviously there's a lot of things that you used to believe in that now you have no choice but to not.
I think I've been doing a lot of unlearning in the last year. A lot more unlearning. Because of course, like, there's all this unlearning that we do when we become adults rather. And it stems from this point of, there's this idea we have of what being an adult is all about. And then we assume, like how you would look forward to becoming an adult so you can do all these cool things that your parents said you can't do until you're an adult.
And then you can't do them because you don't have time.
You don't have time, you don't have money, you don't have the resources, and you have to be working all the time to make money, to pretend you want to do that stuff and still not be able to do it. So, like, for me, the way I look at change, and as in, I'm like, it's such a welcome thing. Even like, if yesterday you were like, me, I'm team so and so, and you wake up today and you feel like, fuck that person, I've changed my mind and now I am team blue and yellow, because blue and yellow. Like, it's fine. I don't think we need to castigate people for changing their opinion. That's what an opinion is. It changes all the goddamn time. Because if an opinion just stayed stagnant like this, then what are we even doing this shit for? Like, why are we even here? Why are we growing old?
Yeah, things always have to keep evolving.
Yes.
And I guess especially if society evolves, like in terms of people aging, then also the way we think should also evolve and like to a higher place. So there are certain things, even the way, do people still think that you can get AIDS from monkeys scratching you? I remember there was a time when that was a thing.
Okay.
It was believed
Why is a monkey scratching you? Sorry, I need to ask this.
This was the thing. It was believed that AIDS started in Africa because it was believed by white people that, and even black people, that AIDS was from Africa because humans, black people and monkeys had sex together, and so monkeys have this terrible disease, so if it scratches you, you can get it. It was a widespread belief, but people don't believe it anymore thanks to science and everything, and now that we know the truth about HIV/AIDS.
That it was manufactured in a lab.
So, that. So now, things like those that people don't... The way people believe that if you sat next to a gay person, you would become gay. If someone with...
AIDS touched you.
Even the simple dumb shit from when we were kids, like if you sat with someone...
Next to a girl and stuff, you'd get pregnant. I don't know, all that stuff. If you jumped someone's feet... Yes, that was the thing. If you utapata mtoto wa chura or something, or mtoto wa panya or some shit like that, we didn't even know what mtoto wa what not. Point is, what we're saying is, if we can leave all that stuff behind, why is it so hard when it comes to stuff that's about religion, that's about politics, that's about sex, that's about women? As in, it shouldn't be as hard. You should just accept the truths that are in front of you, and that's the only way you can allow room for growth, right? Because there's, I don't know how to say this, but point is, this is how I think, okay? So this is just, I'm bringing into my mind. I personally believe that when we spend so much time hating on stuff or people and stuff they're doing, that only hurts us. Because, so think of it this way, this person voted for Uhuru, so what? Because if that one person had not voted, he would still have need. So now this person has admitted that now they know what they did wasn't exactly their best idea, and they know why. They've learned their lesson. And I'm not saying that, we have to learn lessons before we can come up with certain decisions and stuff like that. My point is, the fact that someone has changed through a process, regardless of how difficult it was, it just goes to show that there's improvement happening, there's change happening, because
that is a person
that's
growing.
not just one person, exactly. Because then if there's one person and then there's another one, then there's another one, before you know it, there's like 1 million people who are like, you know what, middle finger in the air, this is what we're not doing anymore. You get me? So my thoughts are, when we start attacking these people and making fun of them, what we do is we make them retreat back into their cocoons, where they're like, oops, I should not have said shit. And now maybe for them they were like, okay, this was the only candidate I knew because ABC parents, and I didn't do research on anyone else or whatever. Maybe this person is not that good when it comes to online stuff, social media, all that crap. But you could have used this moment to talk to them, even like have a conversation. Like for me, the one thing I usually want to know about, like, when people come out and say certain things is like, what made you vote for them the first time? Because like, that's what informs you about what people are looking at. If someone comes and says, imagine, to be honest, me, I didn't know anything about manifestos or whatever. It's because my dad said our household is going to vote for ABC.
Yeah. That's how it happens in a lot of places.
And then others, there's those ones, me, I remember I think it was 2013, where there was this woman who was telling my mom that she had to vote for someone she didn't want to vote for because this person had taken their voter's card, written their name down, and given them 200 bob or 500 bob. Or it was unga. Like, point is, they were given something. So for them, they were like, nimeuza kura. Okay, no, suddenly this is political. But point is, we're explaining a point. So this woman thought that since these guys had written down her name, if she votes for anyone else, they will know.
And they will kill her.
Well, okay, not that dramatic.
They'll take their stuff and throw them out on the streets.
Suffer. For her, she was like, they'll find me and they'll make me pay for not having done what I promised that I was going to do. Because
you took the money.
Exactly. So, I should have carried water. So, what I'm saying is, we should take this. Okay, I know sometimes like we're like, okay, it's not my responsibility to educate you, blah, blah, blah. It's true. It's not. But if you are hoping that more people are going to change their minds and learn, then what's the harm in having a conversation with someone to find out, okay, so where are you coming from? Where did you come from then? What made you come to this realization? If knowing what you know now, you went back, would you do the same? Like, those conversations are helpful because you don't know how many other people hang out with this dude who think the same way. See, they say you're an average of the 5 friends you hang out with. So that means all his 5 friends did the same thing. They all think the same thing. You speak to this person, have a conversation, and you've changed 5 other minds.
Who will go and change 5 others times 5, so that's 25, and have a big ass change happen. So yes, you should embrace. You should not actually. If the moment you realize that all your opinions on things have been the same for like the last 5 years, there is something fundamentally wrong with how you're living your life or how you're thinking. And it has, shit just has to change. And you can't fight it. You shouldn't fight it. The more you fight it, you're just messing stuff up for yourself.
And even like, for me, I'm thinking 5 years is a long time. If you haven't changed, even like, as in, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's this is what I read this in a book, and it says that our human bodies, because we shed cells and create new ones, it takes like 11 months to shed all the cells that we already have. Because even like your hair, they're dead cells anyway. So like, if at like every certain period of time, you're becoming a new person in terms of your biology, if you're not having the same, if the same isn't happening up here, then
you're wasting good flesh and bones and organs, which
and
is
new
not a
cells,
cool thing.
all your new cells. So me, I'm like, I think what I want the idea behind all this is like, yes, there's room for growth. And we should embrace it. We should embrace it. Because it's not every day that people, like, do you know how hard it is to admit that you are wrong? Like, especially something that you probably fought for, something that you convinced people about, something that you probably even went out there and campaigned for. And you come back and you say, you know what, guys? I was wrong.
I have a testimony I cannot share. But I know all about that.
Oh, are you going to tell me in private?
Probably not. But I've told you. I just
so it's
never,
something I already know?
I just never mentioned that, the bit about me admitting to people that I was wrong, buddy. Yes,
but
I have been in a situation where I believed in something and I campaigned against it, and then I no longer campaign against it.
Okay, you'll tell me about this. Because I'm trying to think, what is this thing? Point is, I've also been there. Like, there's so many things. Yeah, like I think even last week there's probably something I felt strongly about that I no longer feel strongly about today. And that's fine. Okay? I just think we shouldn't make people feel guilty for their past mistakes. Especially if someone has admitted that, you know what, that was wrong. Whatever. 2, if they've atoned for it or they're saying I'm doing better, if they're learning, they're working towards becoming better, they don't have to keep reminding and being like, remember that time you voted for so and so? You know, as in...
Stop pulling up people's old tweets.
That too, like what happened with Kevin Hart. And I'm like, I know there's a lot of people online who say, oh, you can't force people to accept an apology, which is true. Mm-hmm. You cannot. But at the same time, you shouldn't make someone's life miserable. Like, you can't judge the rest of their life on that one thing. So it's like every time something good happens in their life, you're like, oh yeah, but do you remember? And it's like, okay, here we go again.
They want
something
to bring
good happened,
you down.
and it's like, do you remember? And I'm like, who are you even to keep the tabs? As in, what are you doing with your time if all you do is like, oh, atemesema, let's go find those tweets. As in, I think we really need to allow people to grow, because I think that the problem is we don't allow people around us to grow, but we want people to allow us to grow. Just because you knew something before someone else doesn't make you any better. It just means it took them a bit longer, and maybe even them taking a bit longer means they have a lot more understanding of this thing, whatever it might be, than you do, because you're like, I've always known. So even maybe when information is being passed around, you're like, but I know about that. But then maybe for them, it's like, because it's a process that has like, you know, panel beating, all that stuff, maybe they know a bit more, you know? Okay, I'm just now dropping things. Point is, you wanted to say something about change.
Change is like rest. That was from a book we read in high school. I think it was a Chinua Achebe book. But it makes sense. Change is like rest. You cannot avoid it and you must embrace it. It's the only way you'll grow. So stop being afraid of changing your mind. It's perfectly fine to do it.
And your opinion. Like, it's just an opinion. Like, as in, people get so pressed by other people's opinions. And I'm like, but it's just an opinion. As in, like, you can come give me your opinion right now and I'll be like, cool, because that's your opinion and it's fine. You can keep it, you can put it in the bank if it will make you money, you can put it at the back. I don't know, because whatever opinion you have and whatever opinion I have might be very different, and that's also okay. Sometimes people are so focused on trying to change everyone else's opinion that in the process you also lose your own, and you're like, oh wait, what was I saying? So anyway, an opinion is just that, an opinion. But if you dwell on it, then it becomes a fact.
Ooh, deep.
Is it? Anyway.
That's cool.
So yeah, I don't have anything else.
That is a great parting shot.
It is? Yay! Yeah. My first ever parting shot. Do you have anything else to add? I feel like I'm exhausted.
No, the parting shot was good.
Yes, so we say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Remember, we are still doing... Okay, we are still receiving your questions. Some people have sent them on DM, so yeah, those ones want to be anonymous. You can still leave them in the comments below this video, any of our videos. Just make sure you say it's you specify Q&A, and then you leave your question. We will be shooting this video. It's
very
next week.
soon.
It's the week after.
It's the week after.
Yeah, so you have this week, so that we can shoot it next week for the other Friday. Okay? Yay! And we're doing it like very differently. Like it won't be just sitting down, and it won't be this.
It won't.
No, but I told you how we're doing it. You forgot.
I think I forgot.
I tell you without telling them. Come and tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
See how excited he became. So yes, it's gonna be a very different feel. It's gonna be fun. So ask your questions, whatever questions you have. We are excited to answer them. And don't come here asking me if I'm 54 because I look older than Nick. We know you haters. We remember your names. We know your handwriting. Thank you so much.
I have a beard.
For watching this video and Nick's beard. Thank you for spending your time with me and Nick's beard. His beard will be back next Friday.
Yep, not going anywhere.
And I'll see you in the next video, probably Monday or Tuesday. Who knows? Bye.